will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They go play action here on first down. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's Swift. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jamie Collins, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Check, 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 5'9",
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 10-yard touchdown run. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now Jackson on first down. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it with Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, 54 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, Swift. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. These two teams all tied after one.
The first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He was
certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 8. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Check, check, check.
Back to throw here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
9-yard line.
Check 59. Mark. 59. Keep it up.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Lions' 31-yard line.
2nd and 11.
59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Here I come.
Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check, check, 59.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Overall, I'd have to say that's just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Complete to
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And that is incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike spot 9. Watch the out.
And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 18 Cardinal. Sponge. No. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Go, Mike 51.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses would come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
Only Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
35-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission.
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Second and 6. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And this will be taken at the 13. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It was Marcel Harris out of Florida making the tackle that time.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Walker. Here's a screen to Powell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Walker. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First down, Detroit.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Walker. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come 15, No, check that. We want Mike 52.
2nd and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Quarterback taken down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
To kick off for Detroit.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
34. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, with the score all tied.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Switch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Swift. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He was brought down by...
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kiki QT, 29 yards. And Washington has taken the lead.
For the point after.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
On the tackle.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22.
To throw is Walker. Off play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd down. It's Adrian Peterson. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Peterson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Adrian Peterson as good as they come, but here he can't get the first. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes this Washington 27, Lions 13. to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a third down. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is an...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 4. Got an open man, it's QT. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
No gain on the play.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
For the ball carrier. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Walker throwing on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Stay loose.